Hey, my wonderful sweet baby. So, today we're going to be talking about the fires that have been happening in California, specifically in the LA Hollywood type area. It has been a extremely long week with this whole situation, and Hollywood and LA have literally been burning down. I'm going to be looking at this from a more spiritual type aspect, and it looks like a lot of other people are as well. But before we get into all of that, I've just got to tell you guys a lot of the things that have been going on with celebrities, with the firefighters, what celebrities are saying, as well as just what's been going on as far as political wise. So let's just get into a few articles that express to you guys what's going on with the fires. I'm going to play some of these news clips, but because I want to avoid copyright, I'm going to maybe still the video and maybe speed up the audio so that way they don't come for me. So go ahead and check out these news clips.
Wind gusts as high as 99 miles per hour fueled new destructive wildfires in the Los Angeles area overnight. You can see how the extreme winds had embers racing through this neighborhood in the Pacific Palisades. Homes and businesses burned to the ground as tens of thousands of people scrambled to evacuate, many abandoning their cars. At least 3 fires are burning in the LA area by early Wednesday with 0% containment.
Fear becoming a reality with a third out-of-control wildfire exploding overnight in the Los Angeles area.
Something like this.
Overnight, flames reaching the iconic Malibu neighborhood and its beachfront homes. In the coastal neighborhood Pacific Palisades, multiple homes completely engulfed in flames, with desperate residents rushing to get out. Planes flying above the area, capturing the massive reach of the inferno. The fire jumping Pacific Coast Highway, burning all the way to the ocean, even threatening the famed Getty Villa Art Museum. And 2 more fires igniting overnight, spreading to Pasadena, where this Jewish temple erupted in flames.
It's like a bad, horrific dream.
In Altadena, dramatic video showing elderly patients being evacuated from a senior center. The Palisades fire igniting mid-morning Tuesday, with the area's hilly, winding roads quickly clogging with cars. Warning the firestorm officials have feared becoming a reality, with a third out-of-control wildfire exploding.
Started this morning in the hillsides of LA, and several homes are now destroyed. Just moments ago, Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency because of that fire. 26,000 people have been forced to evacuate. High winds are driving the flames not far from Santa Monica.
10,000 homes are now threatened. The city of Los Angeles declaring a state of emergency through this wind event. Officials say there's no way to get a handle on the fire under current conditions, and the worst of the windstorm is still to come.
I feel very blessed at this point that there's no injuries that are reported. We do have reports of multiple structures that are damaged. Since the beginning of this fire,
People trying to escape the fire abandoned their vehicles on the roads. The firefighters were forced to use bulldozers to push those cars out of the way so they can battle the flames. You can see ongoing Palisades fire coverage on the free ABC 10 Plus streaming TV app.
All right, so you guys heard those clips. So I'm going to go ahead and sum up exactly what you guys saw. So people were pretty much getting so scared with trying to evacuate that it was so much traffic all at once. And people actually had to get out of their cars to abandon their cars just to get out of the chaotic traffic because the fire was spreading wild as ever. And then there was actually some hearings head of the fire department, and she was out there speaking on the behalf, and the fire started to escalate so quickly to the point where she actually had to leave the press conference early to get a handle on her guys to get out there and get on the forefronts because the fire is moving at an expeditiously fast rate. So yeah, there is a whole lot going on right now out in Cali. I actually have family out there, so I've been communicating with my aunt in regards of what's been going on, what's the moves on everything. But yeah, people's childhood homes and everything like that are getting literally burned down. Their memories, everything. I actually even seen a social content creator that I used to watch growing up, and she was actually trying to help her family home. So I'm going to see if I can gather that clip and add it in here. So give me one moment.
What's happening right now across the street, bro? Bro, I'm nervous. I can't leave my mama's house, bro. Is it off? Across the street. Get all these sparks. It's going down. Oh, right here. Get over here. Right here. Go stop the shit out. Fuck, I gotta get out. Is there water hose over here? Oh, this fire's back. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright. This has to be good. Alright. I'm trying to this shovel. What the fuck is that? Right here. We gotta get this out. Oh, oh, God. Come on. Come on. What's out? This is the tree that's causing that fire. It keeps coming. I found the hose next door. We just got this fire out, and we just got to keep saving them because there's so many trees here, and that's what's caused the fire, and this fire is back. Fuck. Let's see. Make sure you get the tree, Frank. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. The fire has gotten so bad. It's made it to like really close. We might need to take everything out. I just pray that this house doesn't go down. It's my mama's house, the house I grew up in. My whole face is like black trying to let off the fires. My eyes hurt. I barely can freaking breathe. This is what the freaking street looks like here. It's okay, guys. You're okay. And then, oh my God. No, their house is on fire. Oh my God. There's on fire.
So you guys saw that clip. That was super hard to watch because you could just see her, helplessly fix up her childhood home. And she wasn't the only one doing this. It was tons of people doing this just to try to save their homes in the beginning stages of these fires before the firefighters could really come out there and actually start helping people. And it was just sad to see that, some were helplessly trying to improve their living environments so they could try not to lose their homes and stuff like that. Because I have clips and stuff, and I don't want to jump the gun too much, but a lot of these insurance companies are actually, starting some BS. So, it was really sad seeing her doing this because, like she said, like a lot of these memories that they have of their childhood homes or just like her elementary school that she was growing up at, those memories are now going to be gone because of these fires that more than likely somebody else set. But like I said, I don't want to jump the gun. Let's go ahead and check out some more clips, and I will be right back.
I don't think anyone who doesn't live in LA understands how wild these fires are. It is currently traveling at speeds of 5 football fields per minute. And when I woke up this morning, it showed that there was a coverage of 3,000 acres in the Palisades. As of now, a couple hours later, it is at 12,000 acres. People in the area that were trying to escape literally had to get out of their cars to flee on foot, leave their cars there, and then all of the firefighters had to literally bulldoze those cars to get to the fires. Tens of thousands of people are being told to evacuate with nowhere to go, so they're literally telling them to go to the beaches on the coast. The scariest part about this is that it's 0% containment. Helicopters are not able to help in putting them out because the wind is so strong, and the wind is expected to get stronger in the next coming hours. Not to mention, we are running out of water. And the fires are spreading to places that people wouldn't even think they would go to, like there are in West Hollywood and downtown LA. I'm in West Hollywood, which is miles away from the biggest fires, and all I can hear is ambulances. It doesn't really matter where you are in LA right now. If you look up, it literally just feels apocalyptic. It's pretty scary out here, and it is very sad. So if you know anyone that lives in the area, make sure to reach out.
All right, you guys, shout outs to him and all of the creators that, are keeping people at fires, that are actually living through the fires. If I mention any creators, just feel free to follow them or, check out their, it is great people that are actually going through this, giving, live footage of happening to keep people posted as to what's going on, because a lot of people aren't able to live through these things. And it's great to, live through the lenses of somebody that's actually going through it. So now we're going to unfortunately get into the mess, because there was a little bit of a, spat between Governor Gavin Newsom. So with the situation that we have with them, Donald Trump is pretty much going crazy and expressing to Gavin Newsom that this entire fire is his fault. And the main reason that he's saying that is because there was a option to give California funds for, water and supplies, and Gavin Newsom turned it down. So I want you guys to see, Anderson self and him asking Gavin Newsom this during this chaotic time because he wants to be messy along with getting the news. So go ahead and check these clips out, and then I'm going to also go ahead and read you guys what Donald Trump said.
People are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to the President of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us. Backs are going to be back, and it's going to be a long recovery process. But look, I can Paradise, California. I've seen remarkable recovery efforts. I've seen a remarkable sense of community, purpose, resilience. So I just playing the politician role of optimism. I really am long-term optimistic. But the devastation to hear people wailing and crying, concerned about their pet, their family, they're just bewildered about what they're experiencing. And again, not just experience. I was not talking past tense. This is happening in real time. 0% containment. But just playing the.
So here's what Donald Trump had to say. He said the fires in Los Angeles may go down in dollar amount as the worst in the history of our country. In many circles, they're doubting whether insurance companies will even have enough money to pay for this catastrophe. Let this serve and be emblematic of gross incompetence and mismanagement of the Biden slash. Now, I don't know if he spelled this man's name to be funny or what, but instead of him saying Newsom, he said Newscom. And then he said duo. January 20th cannot come fast enough. Chow, he didn't stop there because he said at this moment, Gavin Newsom and his Los Angeles crew have contained exactly 0% of the fire. It is burning at levels that even surpassed last night. This is not government. I can't wait till January 20th. No water in the fire hydrants, no money in FEMA. This is what Joe Biden is leaving me. Thanks, Joe. He then goes on to say Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that the incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is the blame for this. On top of it all, no water for the hydrant nor firefighters, planes a true disaster.
We're looking at Skyfox over the Hollywood Hills. So during the time that press conference happened, there was a new fire that broke out in the Hollywood Hills. It was so dramatic that Kristen Crowley, the LAFD fire chief, had to leave the press conference to work with her crews on strategizing how to try to put this fire out, or at least contain the damage of it, before it hits all of the homes that are nearby. So this is called the Sunset Fire. So we're now looking at the Sunset Fire, the Palisades Fire, the Eaton Fire, and the Hearst Fire, all burning right now in Southern California. Some smaller fires burning as well, but this one is moving real fast, Marla.
Yeah, it's reported at 20 acres. I'll repeat myself and say, you know how quickly these things can get out of control. LAFD, obviously the lead agency, and there's a word that
we're looking at Skyfox.
The close vicinity of homes in the Runyon Canyon area, that this could be threatening those homes imminently within 5 to 10 minutes if they're not already. So this has grown in size since we first got eyes on it, with Skyfox flying high above within the last 10 minutes or so, and it's quickly grown. We've seen some water drops, which is always a good thing. So there are aircraft flying above and dropping some water on it, but at this point that doesn't seem to be doing the trick, and we know that those winds are really bad, and they will continue to be. That red flag warning at least through your Thursday, that was supposed to expire right now at 6 p.m. on this Wednesday afternoon, but the National Weather Service said nope, the winds are not backing down, and so here we go. So the Hollywood Hills fire is now burning west of the Palisades fire, and that fire is still burning out of control. We heard from all of the fire officials, city, the close vicinity of county, and the efforts that they're doing to put water and to put some containment lines around it, but we are a long ways away from that.
Now, y'all, I don't know what's going on with Joe's silly old ass, but while this whole entire thing was going down, and while California is literally burning down to the smithereens, Joe's silly ass decided to send over $500 million to Ukraine for weapons and shit. So I'm just kind of confused as to why he would send that much money over to them when Cali is literally burning down to the ground. I'm sorry, I'm going to get a little passionate about it because I'm from California, born and raised, and still currently living in California, and was born from LA. So it's just really annoying to kind of see my city really just burning down like this, especially a city that I still have family currently living in right now as well, and so many people that I know out there as well. I need you guys to check out this clip of this girl speaking from a spiritual / esoterical way of thinking about this whole entire fire. So go ahead and check this clip out from TikTok.
All right, now y'all see what's going on with these California fires, and celebrities' houses are burning to the ground, and they are leaving. They're saying evacuate. They're saying get out of California right now. We already heard about the earthquake and tsunami that was supposed to come through California. California is in big trouble. Y'all know a lot of stuff is dark in California. A lot of stuff has been done, and just like these officials, like government officials, are unaliving themselves because they can't bear the heartache anymore of the things that they have done to other people. So they're literally like just doing what they think they should do right now, because they feel so guilty. They can no longer live with the guilt. This is crazy because, people was thinking that America was like the land of the free and the best place to be and stuff, but the whole time they didn't know how they was being treated and stuff in real life. And now that they finding out, people are like, it's just like so sad. But yeah, people are evacuating from California right now. And like I always say in my videos, I think that this has a lot to do with what's going on in the world, Bible prophecies and everything. So I'm just going to say it again. If you're not prepared or have your heart right with God, go ahead and start today. Get a relationship with God. Get some covering in your life. Get some protection in your life. Get some provision in your life, and because it's about to go down. It's going down all over. And look at Hollywood, all the things that they're saying. And we know how they use music and things like that in the election. So we could see that Hollywood was connected to that party. And so things are just being revealed to us. And I think it's just time to prepare. All these things are signs, y'all. Signs of the end time. Signs that we need to get closer to God. And that we need to prepare our hearts, our homes, and our families, okay? I say this with love, okay? Happy Wednesday, y'all.
So, y'all, things continuously got ghetto from yesterday. They actually admitted that 800 incarcerated firefighters were deployed to help with the wildfire, and they were only getting between a whopping $8 to $10.24 a day, like not even an hour. And it's like, what extremes is this? Like, I understand these are criminals at the end of the day, but like, what are you doing this to people? And why would they even leak this information at that? It's just like adding more fuel to the fire, like literally and figuratively. And it's just like this had a lot of people, like Chris Brown, even speaking out in regards to the situation. So go ahead and see what Big Daddy, aka, Chris Brown, had to say about this. So Chris Brown said, LA, make sure y'all throw a ceremony or parade for these firefighters and first responders after this. Also, the prisoners who were out there risking their lives need time off, not knocked off their sentences. Then he said, someone starting these fires, ish don't add up. And baby, we're getting to that.
That the incident occurred, started here, and about 20 minutes later, a suspect was detained over Woodland Hills area by citizens. So someone purposely set the kind of fire? At this time, that's what we believe, yes. Do you know how or why they did that? That I don't know. Is this a crime scene right now? Yes. So everything's closed off? It's being investigated. It's a crime.
So in case you guys didn't hear that, this guy has pretty much stated that they have found the suspect that started this entire fire. And, if you guys aren't a Cali native like I am, and you guys haven't experienced the fires that we go through each and every single year, there's always a person that has started these fires. They always try to say that these are brush fires and that these fires get started because, of trees that are blowing through the wind. And then, they get started based off of, trees rubbing against the dry canyons that we have out there. And each and every time we find out that that is a lie and that somebody has started these fires. And then they end up arresting somebody for doing all this damage to the cities. So when I get to my thoughts, I'm going to further explain that a little bit better. But they, as of now, have caught the suspect that has started this extreme fire for the LA/Hollywood area and caused all this damage to people's homes. So here's my thoughts. I didn't get a chance to mention to you guys that a lot of celebrities' homes are actually on fire, like Janae Aiko, Paris Hilton. There are tons of celebrities, homes that are on fire. Even the Hollywood sign was on fire. It just honestly all looks like a scene out of a, like apocalyptic type movie. So this is really scary. This is really chaotic. My heart, my prayers, everything goes out to those that are affected by this. There's been several things that I've been sharing for people that, need places to go, like safe havens, as well as, homes and housing. Airbnb actually announced that they were going to have free housing for people that were affected by the fires. And, I just ask that if you are not affected by these fires, please don't apply for these things because, there are truly people in need right now that are actually going through it because they've lost their homes in fires. And we don't want to let things get lost in the sauce with this, okay? But let's go ahead and talk about, everything that we've went over. So the girl that was speaking from an esoterical standpoint, I 100% agree with her. Before I had seen that video, I had been thinking the exact same thing. Even Marlon Wayans was saying that, this seems like, Hollywood is burning down, but it's really just burning down from all of the chaotic things that we've just witnessed over the course of these years, and that we need to start new and fresh with the way that Hollywood is. And, it's even more crazy that we just recently had the whole situation with Cat Williams talking about all lies being exposed. We had all these things come forth about, celebrities and the deception that we've been seeing over the course of times, childhood actors, things that had been going on for them, with trauma and things that they've experienced within Hollywood. And the next thing you know, now all of Hollywood and LA is burning down. Like, if that type of thing doesn't send chills all over your body and show you that, God is always watching and he will put a stop to these things when it is deemed necessary, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but that definitely is what I was thinking when I seen that, LA Hollywood area was burning down like that. But even still, with the whole Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump thing, I see where Donald is coming from. But and Gavin Newsom, that is something that he fumbled on. But right now, we don't need a whole aha moment and see I was right type thing, because the whole thing is right now people are in danger. People's homes are, being on fire. People's memories are being on fire. They're going to try to figure out how it is that they could start anew. And right now you want to make this whole situation about how you were right and he was wrong. And I don't think we really need that right now. Like, you could see the guilt all over this man's face that he's understanding that he messed up. So, Donnie, we don't need you doing what you're doing. Just next time, when we do get a new governor for Cali, because he's on his way out the door, let's try to, make your plea a little bit better when it comes down to these wildfires and things of that nature. Um, Another whole thing was, Anderson was being hella messy in that situation. I feel like he shouldn't have even done that, to be quite honest. And it's just scary, chaotic, the pileups. I've seen even the smoke from my drive, and I'm about an hour and a half away from LA, maybe about a good 2 hours depending on where I come from. But yeah, it's really, really chaotic, and it's causing tons of turmoil. LAUSD shut down the schools, every school that they have out there, for the next 2 days. My aunt, she works for the county, and they shut the county down for the next 2 days. So yeah, there's just a whole lot of going on. All right, you guys. So I told you guys about the whole arson situation and how they've caught the person that was responsible for the fire. Now, as I explained to you guys before, they say these things all the time. I'm a Cali native, and I live in the areas or nearby the areas that always are, in containment of brush fires and everything else. Now, they always start off by saying that these fires are caused by, um, you know, like debris and stuff in the area that gets struck by the winds. And once it gets struck by the winds, then all of a sudden things catch on fire. They always say those types of things. And then it comes out later that somebody started these fires. Now, this is, alleged information. This is me just being a conspiracist and me coming up to conclusions of things. Now, we've seen how Joe Biden had, secretly sent that money over to Ukraine for $500 million, especially when all of this stuff was going on in Cali. Now, a lot of the times when they do find these people that they set these fires up, I feel like, in my own personal opinion, that they find a person that's willing to kind of sacrifice themselves, and they probably pay them all so much money, let them have to serve their time in jail or prison because, that's the law, and they don't want to make it seem as if they're not following the law. But they find a sacrificial person that they use to start these fires that they can later go and arrest. And I feel like they do these things secretly because they're trying to cause a distraction for something bigger that's going on. Me and my brother was talking about this yesterday. So, with the bigger thing that was going on was that they were secretly sending money over to Ukraine, but to cause for us to have such a distraction, they were literally burning down the entire LA and Hollywood. So, it was like, they were kind of trying to tap into spirituality as well as, esotericalism, I believe is the word. And then they also were trying to, secretly do some shit undercover of sending this country some fucking money. And I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, why are they so bound to Ukraine and giving them so much money in all of these different types of things? There has to be something deeper at the end of the day, because it really does not make sense that they keep giving this country money. And it's very secretly. This is the second time that Biden has given this country big, large lump sums of money. So there is something deeper going on with the reason as to why he's giving this country money. But hey, who knows if we will ever figure it out. But I just know that there's something fishy that's probably even more about to happen. And we just have to be, on our toes, continue to keep praying, continue to keep, our family close and everything like that, because something bigger is definitely going to happen soon. I just have a feeling. But this video has already gone on for way too long. But yeah, but that's my opinion. What's yours?